This for Dougie's Atomic Dustbin. That's an introducing, and it's nice to get. We've persevered, you see. We've not given up. Anyway, introduce yourself, lads.
Yeah, we're Escapee. My name's Graham. This is Blake.
Yeah, I'm Blake. Hi, Bert and Ernie sat here.
Hey, but you're not in bed. But you aren't in bed because you're on a pull-out bed, aren't you? You're on a sofa bed.
Yeah, how did you know?
So, well, I could see it before when he was messing with the thing. It looks like an IKEA sofa bed to me. That.
It's not IKEA, no. I think it's Wix or something.
Wix.
Cheap one.
Wix.
Try to hide it, actually.
Yeah. Well, there you go. It's rock and roll, man. It's rock and roll. But
well, dear me.
Hey. So.
Dear me. Let's say rock and roll.
So tell us a bit about you both. How did you get together, and what you're working on at the minute? Because obviously we've got a track off you that's not been released yet, which we love, which we'll play at the end of this or during it, whatever. Because what we sometimes do is interview for the show for about 10-15 minutes, play a track, and then we'll carry on chatting for the YouTube people. So you know what I mean. So tell us a bit about how you got together. While you're doing that, I'm going to faff about and see if I can bring myself on screen.
Yeah, sound. Well, I met Blake. It's probably the mid-noughties when I met Blake.
Yeah, he was in Swinton, wasn't it?
In Swinton, Manchester.
I know it well,
I was
mate.
going out with a girl at the time. Her name was Wendy. She's probably listening to this now.
Hello, Wendy.
So she's an ex. Her best mate was going out with Blake, and we met in the boozer one time. Got talking, and we found we had similar kind of interest into the same music. And I was out of work at the time, so when Wendy used to go to work, he used to come round with a cider. We just used to watch tunes and listen to tunes all the time while the women were at work.
What cider was it? Case cider. What was the cider?
It was Strongbow.
Strongbow at the time.
Sound.
God, not anymore.
Dear me. And then an hour before she was due to come back home, we used to tidy the house up and make ourselves scarce.
And so, I'd get off before the fireworks
standard
start.
stuff.
Yeah.
Has that blade been round again? Oh yeah, causing trouble.
That's it. You know how to dance. You know how to
So Ed, do you live in Swinton then? Both live in Swinton?
I lived there for a while. I've moved out of Swinton now. I've moved back to Warrington. Blake's still in Swinton.
I'm still there, yeah.
Yeah, my mum and dad live in Swinton. I grew up in Eccles. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you're mates with Alan, aren't you?
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't say mates. No, I am. I've known him a long time. Yeah, we used to go to the same gym as well and everything. So good friends with my brothers. So yeah, I've known him a long time. I've always he's all right. He's a good lad. He's sound. Got to say that because he'll probably tune in. So.
Oh yes, yeah, he's probably listening now.
He's probably listening, going, "What's going on, guys?" Yeah, brilliant. So you escaped Swinton and then buggered off back.
Yeah, I did. I was living on the Poets Estate for a while. I found myself on there. Got plenty of stories to tell you about that place, but maybe another time. But I moved back to Warrington, but me and Blake stayed in touch. Blake's been in quite a few bands.
Right.
He's in a band called the Suave Martyrs. That was the last band he was in. He's had a stint with Alias Kid as well. I don't know if you've heard of them, Alias Kid.
Doesn't ring a bell.
Bands.
Janice will probably say we've played them, but no, it doesn't ring a bell. But we'll go and investigate.
One of the bands on the on the edge of things.
Yeah.
But we both used to go gigs. Used to go watch. If a decent band come into town, we'd go and watch them. And in the end, I think it was COVID where I started messing about with GarageBand. You know, the recording software.
Yeah.
And I quite liked what I was doing, so I got in touch with Blake and said, "Do you fancy, if this kicks off, do you fancy taking this live? If people showing interest in it?" And then the pandemic hit and places were shut down and people went quiet. You know yourself.
Yeah. It was crazy times.
And I kept sending Blake bits and pieces, and we started practicing together, and it just grew from there, really. The stuff that we've put on social media, there's been quite a positive response to it. A lot of people watching it and sharing it. And I've just thought, yeah, we'll carry on with this. While there's interest, I'll carry on doing it.
Yeah.
And then Alan put us on to you.
Yeah, he did. No, well, he messaged me, and he's like, "Oh, my mates, can you do something with this?" And I was like, "Yeah, I really like that. It's really good." And then obviously a track came through and I played it, and then the penny dropped because we played it on the show the other week. I was like, "Oh, now I've got the link." So yeah, thanks for Alan for putting it on. It's interesting, really, because we get a lot of artists coming to us, but it's also surprising that there's that much out there. Guys like yourself are producing, and we weren't aware of you. Do you know what I mean? And it's like through your contacts. He says, but it's good, and the track's good, and that's why we wanted you on, and that's why we've been playing it, because it's brilliant. Thanks for giving it to us. What's
super?
What's the rationale behind the name?
Escapee.
Yeah.
You dreamt it up, didn't you?
Yeah, what it was, I always used to be scared of, normal life, really. Going to work, arguments with the girlfriend. I always wanted to escape.
Right.
I always think, I've got work in the morning, I'm hungover. It's going to be a nightmare. I wish I could escape. Where can I escape to? Or I disappeared on the girlfriend, and I disappeared for a couple of days and think, oh no, I've got to go back and face the music. I wish I could escape, and it just stuck with me from then on. And now a reformed character. It's when I was younger and a bit more reckless.
Yeah, a bit more wild. Yeah, we've all been there, haven't we? We've all done that, haven't we? And it's
all done it.
So the name, I'm gonna ask you about the name. So you've got Escapee, and then you've got 3 dots on the end of it. Is that how your brand is going to be branded?
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't even know. A lot of people call themselves Escapee. You know, if you go on Spotify. Yeah. Someone maybe in Colombia or Venezuela have called themselves Escapee. But I thought, I'm keeping it. I'm not letting them keep it. It's mine. So if I put 3 dots on the end, it makes it unique for me. For copyright and things like that. Yeah. Yeah.
Fair enough. I didn't even know
Just
that.
as long as it makes, there you go. You see, as long as it makes it easier. The only downside you might have with that is when you hashtag it, it might not hashtag. It might hashtag escape. So just be careful. So there you go. Cool.
I'll look out for that. Yeah. I'll pass on any kind of court fees and things like that. I'll be passed on to Blake.
Because I was. Because it was the other week, I was like, Janice, I'm trying to do the promo for this band, and I can't find him anywhere. She's like, well, they've not done all the socials yet. That's why I was like, oh, they're really fresh then. They're really fresh. So we need
really fresh, yeah, quite embryonic. So
no, you know why we're not on socials. Should I get in touch with us then? Wow.
Yeah, it's difficult. So from now on, we're going to be blitzing the socials. Janice has told us to get on Twitter.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
the new on Threads, is it?
Yeah, but Twitter's a good one to interact with people. And yeah, the TikTok, Threads, all the usual. But yeah, start off with a few. At least get some stuff out there, and that's it. So tell us about the track that we've got. Tell us a bit about that we're going to play in a bit for everyone.
Yeah, the track is a collaboration with an American singer called Ava. Mm-hmm. So she sent the vocals over, and we built the track around the vocals. The vocals is a cappella. Mm-hmm. So it's her song. She's written it, and it's just in a cappella form. We put a beat on it. Put some synth harps on it as well for the melody and the percussion. Blake's the percussion man. Yeah. And we liked it. It was like, yeah, that's good enough. That's good to go. We'll get that out in the public domain, and see what the response is. Well, what the response will be like, and people are liking it. Yeah, I do really like it. And that's why I was asking you about it, because obviously there's a vocalist on. And neither of you sound like the vocalists. I want to be politically correct. Well, you might do. I don't know. You might have a high pitched singing voice. I'm not wrong. But
yeah, it's got a bit of a scouse squeal to
it. Well, he's moved away from Swinton. You see, that's what it is. You sort of get a bit closer to the border, and that's it. All goes Pete Tong, doesn't it? So
well, he thinks I'm a Scouser anyway, because I'm not from Manchester. I'm from Warrington.
Yeah, well, you virtually.
So there's a bit of a twang to it. So
you virtually are.
The accent.
I've got it. My wife's from Rainhill, so
just down the road from Rainhill. That's where I'm from.
Yeah, so there you go. So I do get it. Look at him; he's not happy now. Is he? So I've got 2 Scouts. People got Scouse influences coming from everywhere.
Well, he's the most, in a nice way, he's the most anti-Scouse person on the planet. He's a big Man United fan.
But Alan's a massive Liverpool fan, isn't he? He's a big
cockeye.
Hey, why you don't get on? So I love it. I love it. I understand it though, even without him liking Liverpool. I don't really like him anyway, but don't tell him. So you've got this track out now with a collaboration. What's the next move? What are you doing after this? Have you got a back catalogue of music that you're going to bring out or release?
We've got some tracks that we're working on. So we've got a couple of bangers that we're going to release after this as well. And as long as there's interest in what we're doing, we'll carry on working. And there's ambition. We want to take the songs out live. Eventually, I was basing the actual project on something like Death in Vegas. Remember them?
Yeah.
So we've got a load of heads with ideas, and hopefully keep getting guest singers in. We'll do the work in the background, get the guest singers in, and hopefully one day we'll do the festivals.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not a bad model, really. There's a few people do that, and there's a French guy that I know, and he collaborates with different people. He's producing electronic music, so yeah, it makes sense to bring that different vibe in, doesn't it? And the different vocals and different ways of working. It's pretty cool.
Definitely, there's bands like M83, Chemical Brothers. Who take it out onto the road as a live model, and they're a big success at it. Chemical Brothers are still selling albums to this day, and they're still selling out big venues as well. They're touring soon, and I think they're touring they're playing the Manchester AO Arena.
Right, cool.
So they're still selling tickets.
That's good, isn't it?
So there's a market for this kind of thing.
Yeah, definitely. So
as long as we keep him away from the dance floor. You don't want to see him dance. So as long as he's not dancing on stage, we'll be fine.
Yeah, it's fine. You'll be all right. Get behind the decks. You'll be absolutely superb.
That's it. Behind the decks, out the way. That's where I'll be.
So what I think we'll do. So everybody, when does the track release?
October the 7th.
October the 7th, people. So if you're watching this on the show, then fine. It's not been released yet or whatever. If you're listening and watching on YouTube, go and find the track.
Staring at a kitchen sink, wonder where we went wrong. Oh, I know that I kissed you one
can hear you. So, when's your next tracks been released then?
I'm going to do a remix of that track, Only Yours. I'm going to release that as well, just after it, maybe in time for Christmas.
Yeah.
And then I've got a couple of tracks that I'm going to release early 2024.
Yeah.
But, you know, I've been teaching myself how to mix and master and things like that. So, yeah, it's going to be self-produced. So, yeah, hopefully for the start of 2024, there'll be a good flow of tracks coming from us.
No, it sounds good. And if they're anything like that one that we've just listened to, it's pretty good. That she's got really good vocals. How did you get into her? How did you find her?
Can't tell you.
Oh, okay then.
Secrets of the industry, I'm afraid.
It's like that,
I don't
is it?
want any producers nicking it off me. So
no, she's got really good. The vocals are really, really good. I'm just trying to bring you back on.
It's decent, isn't she?
Yeah, I'm
we'll
just
fly it over. If the single does well and gets in the charts, we'll fly it over from America.
We'll be all right. We'll get them on. Yeah. So you've got a few things to release, and then what's the? You're going to release them as individual tracks. Is that how you're going to do it?
Yeah.
Probably.
We have got a Spotify page if people want to go onto that. There's a couple of tracks already on there, but they're not the same kind of music. They're like in demo form, I would say, a bit more indie-ish.
Yeah.
But if people are interested in our project, it's worth going on the Spotify page, have a listen. This track will be on there after Saturday, and just keep press on the follow button, and just keep an eye on what we're doing, because there's some quite interesting stuff that we're going to be releasing over the course of next year. I think we're going to surprise a few people.
Yeah, cool. Well, I think because of the hair-raising experience we've had, I think we should do this again as well at some point. So
absolutely.
Once you start releasing what you're doing, then let's do something else. And if I'm up and about around it Northwest, I might give you a shout, because I do go up there occasionally. I try and avoid it if I can, but I do go up. I have to go up every now. So I've still got family up there, so that's the only reason. That's the only reason I go up, is got family up there. Otherwise, I would never go again, I don't think. So there you go.
Don't blame you. Where are you based at the moment? Is it Nuneaton?
Yeah, Nuneaton, mate. Yeah.
It's a bit more civilised down there.
It depends how you look. It depends which part, like any town in the country you go to. It depends which part of town you go to, doesn't it? So, some parts of town are probably a bit tasty. They're probably a bit more like Salford, but not as bad.
Bit moody, yeah.
Bit moody, yeah. And then other parts are quite nice. So I'll let you guess where I live. Oh, but yeah, it's weird, isn't it? How different parts. Oh no, it's not an interview, but I like to chat to people about them as well, and their experiences and what they're doing and life, and it is weird where you come from. And we had a conversation before. People like I've just come from a working class family background, worked my way up in my jobs and my roles, and live in a half decent area now, and a decent place to live. And people look and go, oh, it's all right for you. But they wasn't saying all right when I had like 3 plastic bags and 10 quid a week in my pocket because I was skint. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, we've been there and done that.
But it's all right for you. It's all right for you, mate, isn't it? Like, fuck off, I'm fucking doing where I fucking been, have you? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I've lived all over. I've actually lived all over Salford myself.
Yeah.
Even though I'm from Warrington, the first job I got was based in Salford, in Ordsall, would you believe?
Oh, yeah, lovely place. That if you used to park up back in the day, you'd have your handbag nicked and they smash the window and nick it off the side of your passenger seat.
So that's through the 90s. And I ended up moving to Salford. And I lived on the precinct for a bit.
Oh,
lived up Earlham Height.
Lovely, mate.
And I've lived in Swinton.
That's when you started going up market, innit?
Yeah, well, you've moved from...
Yeah, when you go into Swinton.
You've gone up market, straight gone to Swinton. You're living the dream.
Yeah.
There was some I was going to say. I used to work in Salford. I used to be a butcher. I used to work just off Tootle Drive. That's pretty good round there, isn't it? So
Tootle Drive, yeah. Is that not Eccles?
No,
Salford, man. I tell you.
It's going on your way to Liverpool Street, isn't it?
Yeah.
Rugby's old ground.
Yeah, right.
Weast, is it?
Yeah, Weast. Yeah, just proper Salford. Well, not proper Salford, but on the fringes of it. So yeah.
That was a tasty pub, wasn't it? The Weast Hotel. I've been in there a few times.
Yeah.
Is that still going?
I don't know, but one of the guys in the shop used to work there. His father-in-law owned it, so yeah, it was a tasty pub. I can tell you a few stories, but there you go. That's another for another time, isn't it?
And the Langworthy, have you been in there?
Yeah. Well, I've done back in the day, yeah.
Langworthy, yeah, that was tasty in there. I got jumped outside of there once. I'll tell you another time about that. But, yeah, that was a tasty pub.
Brilliant. So you flitted about. What about you? Have you? It's been quiet, hasn't it? Is it just? It's. You know what I mean? Is it no comment? Where have you been? Or have you just stayed in the same place? Because you've not caused any.
That's about it.
Because you've not
it's
caused.
as rough as I like it to be.
Because you've not caused any trouble. That's why you've been able to stay in one place.
No, I don't get up to that. I've got enough friends that do that for me. It's not my game.
Oh, wonderful. I tell you what, you're a pair of characters. I know that, and I think what you your music you're producing is good. That if anything like the track we've just played, if you carry on producing that, then you should get people getting on board with it, shouldn't you? Really.
Superb. Well, thanks for the positive comments and thanks for inviting us on your show.
Yeah, thanks, mate.
No, you're welcome. Sorry about the start of the show because I'm not sure. I'll say it was my fault, but it's bizarre. But between us, we never give up, did we? We carried on, you see.
No, we got there.
So
when you get to our age, you learn how to keep a cool head.
Sometimes. I won't say my world's falling apart in a minute, from all different angles, but I just keep smiling and just have to keep going on because, do you know what? No one gives a flying, do they, if you say you've got problems or everything. No. Let's go. Oh, have you got any gigs lined up, she said? I think we've... Well,
hopefully...
Not as yet. No, not as if...
We are in the future. Once we've got about 10 or 11 tracks,
and
it's going well, and there's a demand for it,
we'll
get it on the road. But we don't want to be doing gigs just for the sake of it. If it's in the 90s where there wasn't smartphones and things like that,
you'd have no choice, would you?
You'd probably be able to fill a boozer up, without doing much PR or much promo.
Yeah.
But nowadays, the climate's different, and obviously we want to appeal to young music fans as well as people our own age. And once I feel that there's a market out there and people are interested in our music, we'll take it out live. And I've got people that will join the band. There'll be other musicians, there'll be guitarists, female vocalists. It'll be a really good show.
Cool. I'm sure.
But it's a supply and demand thing, If there's a demand for it, we'll get ourselves out there. Yeah,
and if you've not got a back catalogue or a load of music, I think it's just a question if you've got any gigs back, because you never know. You might be going, we're doing a guest at a festival, or we're doing couple of our tracks here. You never know, do you?
Absolutely, yeah. We need about between say 10 and 15 good tracks.
Yeah.
To be able to justify putting on a show, definitely.
Cool, wonderful. Right. I think we all need a good lie down now, don't we? So what I'm gonna do.
No, it's been good. Enjoyed it. All right, there's a bit of technical problems at the beginning, but that's showbiz, baby.
Yeah, you heard that as well. Shit happens, doesn't it? It's like if you go to a gig or you do anything, stuff goes wrong, and I think you have to learn from it, don't you? And work around and find a different way. So we tried different ways, and we got there in the end, and that's what it's all about, really. But we're looking forward to seeing your progress, what you do going forward, what comes out. Keep sending it to Janice. And we'll promote you, and we'll get it on the shows and do what we can for you. Oh,
that's fantastic. Thanks very much, buddy.
What we're also going to do, people might not know, but we're also going to send it to our partners over in the States. They've got a radio network, and to the point where next year we're doing their Paramount Plus. We're linked up now with Paramount Plus to do a Star Trek Day.
Oh yeah.
So what we'll do is Janice, we and Janice will send it over to them, see if they can, because you've got the singers from your singer on there's from the US, isn't she?
Ava, yeah.
Where you don't have to tell us her exact location, but where roughly is she from, so we can tell them. Oh, you're not going to tell us that.
She's from New York State.
New York State. Okay. Could have told us anyway. It wouldn't really matter. You could have said she's from Florida or anything. Do you know what I mean?
I'm not keeping it a secret.
You know what I mean?
I don't want Joel Coddy phoning it up.
Well, that's it. You see, you've got something new. So what we'll do, we'll just let you know. We'll pass it on to them and see if they can push it for you as well, and see if we can get some interest over there. So especially if there's a US link. Can't guarantee anything, but we'll do what we can and pass it on. And it's up to people whether they gravitate to it or not, isn't it? So
Bang on, yeah.
Or-
Appreciate that.
or the Escape somewhere else. Who knows?
Oh,
See what I did
like
then?
it.
Right, I'm going to let you go. And for people on Mixcloud, I am now going to play the track again because when we're on the audio that we're using, it quietens it down. We can't hear it, but I don't think it's worth playing again. So I'll let you get on with you. Is there anything I've not asked you what to talk about or say? Or
No, just want to say big thanks for
No,
inviting us. It's a big honour.
Thank you, mate. Thank you.
And you'll be the first to know of any future releases.
Well,
I
that's
guarantee.
That's perfect. We like that. And Janice is always getting them, and she passed. Don't send them to me because I'm useless, and that's why I need Janice.
No, I'll keep in touch with Janice. Janice is one of my new best mates, so I'll be keeping in touch with her.
She will. And don't be telling anybody else about because we don't want to nick in. She's Duggystone Radio's producer. No one else is. She's not producing for anyone else. You know what I mean? Chris Evans can piss off.
I'll do a deal with you. You keep Ava quiet, and I'll keep Janice quiet. How's that?
Absolutely marvellous, mate. That's absolutely marvellous. I love you. I think you're both great. It's nice. It's nice to talk to people that have got a similar twang. That's all I'll say.
Yeah, up north.
Up north. Right. Love you both.
Mate.
Speak to you soon. Take care, and we'll play
Take
your tracks.
care.
Cheers, man.
Thanks, mate. Take care.
Cheers.
Bye-bye.
Oh, people. What was that all about? Oh, yeah.
This is Kate Bush. Who the fuck is Kurt Pixton?
I don't know, love. I'm crumbling here. Another introducing. Thanks, lads. Love that. And they said we're going to get more exclusives as they come out, so be prepared for them, Jan. Wonderful. Duggystone Radio, I'll tell you what. I'm going to have to do some editing with this video, aren't I? Because it went awry a few times, and